Welcome back, beekeepers. Now we are going to be talking about A Quiet Place. Sarah, you're in the same shirt as you were earlier in the last two videos you posted. And you're in the same area. What's going on? Sarah's trying to record in batch because she's very bad at uploading lately and she's trying to get better with that. So I appreciate your concern. Just doing multiple uploads. Yeah, okay. So, Quiet Place is going to go a lot better than the Long Legs video just because I remember The Quiet Place. I watched Quiet Place probably a couple days before I watched Long Legs, and it still stuck with me compared to Long Legs, which is just weird, and I know that video kind of sucked, so sorry. If you're not subscribed to my channel, why aren't you? Sam, I know you're not subscribed, okay? Like, this is ridiculous. You've watched almost every video and you're not subscribed, and that's sad. I know you can tell me you're subscribed, but I know you're not, so push the button, Sam. Just subscribe already. It's fine. It's free. So, yeah, and help my channel out. Okay? Okay, great. And also, Heather, there's going to be spoilers. And I understand that you don't want to have spoilers. So go watch the movie. And then come back. Okay, it's fine. Just come back. It's perfect. Just come back. Don't screw me over. Come back. And we'll talk about it. So there's going to be some spoilers in this video, but it's fine. We love it. So Quiet Place, if you know nothing about the Quiet Place universe at all, there's three videos now. Three movies now. It's Quiet Place Part 2, and then Quiet Place Day 1. We are going to be talking about Quiet Place Day 1, the third video. If you know nothing about the Quiet Place universe, this is a place where you cannot make any sounds. You have to be very quiet because they're creatures from, we're assuming, space, because they come from falling from the sky, as we see in Part 2 and in this new one. And they kind of like come down like asteroids, and they attack people, and they have armor all over themselves, and they're hard to kill, and they are very sensitive to hearing, so if they hear you, they kill you, and they like just rip you to shreds. They don't even eat you, they just rip you to shreds. Pretty brutal. Most people rely on sign language or writing things down. The world's just destroyed, and everyone's just living day by day trying not to get killed. So it's a pretty brutal world. And sound is always a huge thing. And I didn't realize this until the first movie. The lack of sound is intense. But when they introduce sound, especially if you're like one of those theaters that has like the surround sound and like your chairs vibrate. We have those at my theater. And wow, when it goes from quiet to and like the could just be they dropped a pencil. Very intense. So I like those environments. I did not see A Quiet Place Part 1 at first when it first came out just because of scheduling, and I didn't see it except for like a couple weeks before I watched Long Legs. Now I know Long Legs video, that was a mess, but I appreciate you watching it. Now this video I watched like a week or two before I saw Long Legs, and I will say that this video stuck with me more than Long Legs did. And I automatically want to tell you I give this video like an 8. Okay, 8 out of 10, great video. I'm going to get it when it goes on DVD because I enjoy the Quiet Place franchise. So if you like Part 1 and 2, you're going to like this one. I know it's a little delayed. I should have talked about this months ago, but hey, I have a life, man. Hey. The spoilers will be with this, but we're talking about a lady who she's the main character, and I don't know her real name, sorry, but I do enjoy her. She's the movie Us. And she plays the main character in Us. And if you have not seen Us, that is a wonderful, very well done movie. And I think you should go check it out. I'm not centered. That's better. So you should check this out. This is a movie about a lady who is in hospice care. She's dying and she is on a quest for pizza. So it's the Quiet Quest for Pizza. And that's pretty much what that movie's about. Is she is just determined to get to this specific pizza joint, and that's all she cares about. And I mean, if you're dying and that's your dying wish, you go, girl. You go for it. It's more of a, you find out it's more of a connection to be with her father. Her father's already passed away, but she's kind of looking for closure and experiencing her last days happy and closure-wise. So she's convinced by the activities director of the hospice center. I'm assuming it's not like a hospice nursing home thing. It's more of like just hospice. But these people are more like, they'll still be able to be mobile, but they're not, they're terminal. patience. He convinces her to leave the city, leave the house and go into the city, which is New York City. And can you imagine New York City with these creatures who are sensitive to sound? Whew. You know what would be worse than New York? Vegas. They should do part 4 in Vegas. Can you imagine, guys? Okay, so you're doing great on the slot meeting. You're ding, 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 like the like sirens. I've never been to Vegas. I'm basing this on movies, but that would be my luck. I'd win like the big bucks, and like these things would come from the earth, and I'm still getting my coins, and it's go, you know, all my coins, and I'm dead because my machine just totally rats me out that I'm there. That'd be me. There'd probably be some gamblers there who are literally gambling with their lives. They're like, well, if I have one more pull on the thingy, I'm gonna. And they gamble their lives like, I'm not gonna die if I hit this. I'm like, I'm gonna put it all on red, then I'm gonna live. That'd be a good movie. That'd be comedy. They could do a comedy now. Quiet Place comedy. Vegas. Okay. All right. Sorry. But anyway, they're in New York, which is pretty loud. So that would be a bad place to be when you're trying to be quiet, wouldn't it? I mean, you get quiet pretty fast after everyone's dead. But I got a text message. Hello, Mom. I will text you soon. Also, I'm on a stage, so I'm all squeaky if I move. So she agrees to go to this play that they're going to, and it ends up being a weird puppet show. And so she is there. They're getting ready to leave. She says, what about the pizza? And he says, we can't do it. We got a call. We have to go home now. It's an emergency. Something's happening. And that's when we see the asteroids fall from the sky. And then like these creatures are inside of it. And you quickly learn that they are sensitive to sound. And other than the people that are on the bus with her, they all die. Her and her activities director are the only 2 people left. He eventually dies. You do get to see some characters that you see in part 2, which was interesting. I liked that. You got to kind of see where they came from during this, because in part 2 they go to like an island that has a radio station, and you get to see those characters here end up over there. So you get to see a little bit of their storyline. Spoiler, I think they all die, if not all, close, because it ends up they can only stay away from them for so long. So literally her quest for pizza is the only thing driving her in this movie. Like, she is this like pain meds and pizza. That's all she cares about. So she finds this guy. He is basically represented like a coward. He's not going anywhere. He follows her like a lost puppy, and he's just sticking with her because she's strong and like she's pretty brave. And he's like, I'm not going anywhere. And he literally follows her, and she's like, go away. And he just keeps following her. She has a cat, which I was scared to death the entire movie that cat was going to die. I literally could not pay attention to half the movie because I was worried that cat was going to die. And thankfully, spoiler alert, the cat is fine. Cat lives. I don't know if the cat's in part 2 or not. Cat lives. It'll always live. It'll be the long liver. Okay? So, the cat is there only for plot convenience. There's times when the cat's not even there. And you're like, where's the cat? Where's the cat? Like, the cat's not even on a leash. Where is it? And so, like, and I say, like, plot convenience because it's, like, the cat doesn't even make sense in certain spots. Because, like, they have to go to the subway, and the subway's backed up, and it's flooded, and they have to go underwater, and there's a creature under there, and so they're trying to get past the creature, and it doesn't go well, so they have to go underwater, and then they get back up, and the cat isn't even wet. Like, everyone knows what a wet cat looks like, and that cat was fine. It was not wet at all. Like, that cat had, like, a blow dry and was licking itself for hours and looked great, considering that it was underwater. And, I mean, that's great for the cat, but it didn't make sense to me. Because, like, my friend and I were watching, I'm like, that cat is pretty dry. And which I'm glad that they didn't soak a cat for no reason. I think that would have been mean, but it doesn't make sense. So you could have just left out the cat. Kept the cat at home. Kept the cat safe. Just a thought. Don't make me worry about a cat for an hour and a half, okay? I like the cat. The cat was my favorite character. So literally they just continue their quest for pizza. She gets to the pizza joint that her father and her used to go to, and it's pretty much burnt down. And this is all supposed to be in the same day, hence the name Day 1. of the movie. And so the guy, he's really sweet. He goes and he gets pizza from somewhere else, because it's basically, she's dying. She's actively dying, and he knows that this is her like last wish to like get this pizza. And so he writes the old pizza name's Joint on the box, and they share pizza together, and it's just a very sweet moment. And they kind of like, they don't have a romantic relationship, but it's very sweet and very like an emotional support group. So I appreciated that movie and their relationship. He eventually does escape. She helps him to escape, and I kept wondering, it's like, what is motivating her to stay alive now? Because like he had to go on a journey on his own to a pharmacy, which gave me anxiety, because if you know part 1, the pharmacy scene leads to a bad scene before that. And so he had to go to the pharmacy and get her some pain meds because she's desperately in pain. Her old pain patch wore off. So she's actively dying. She's in pain. And he can see that this is like her final wish. And so he does everything for her. And I kept wondering, like, what's the motivation for her to still be here? And what is she going to do? Because you're actively dying. You're in pain. You really are expressing multiple times to this man and to the viewers that you just don't want to be here anymore, and you're done, you're good, and you got your pizza and you're happy. You can die happy now because you got your pizza and you got to reflect on your family. So it was very much in my mind, like, what are we gonna do? Because I don't see her going to the island and being safe and dying there. I don't see her doing that because she doesn't want to leave. She doesn't seem like she wants to do anything like that. She just wanted to get the pizza, and that was it. And she was going to die trying getting this pizza. And she didn't want anyone to go with her because she wanted to be alone, and plus she didn't want anyone else to be responsible for her, or she didn't want to be responsible for anyone else's death, but he's still stuck with her. So she finally gets him on the boat and the cat, and they go to the island that eventually gets destroyed in part 2. But she stays behind, and she finds a radio or a boombox, and she's listening to it, and I can't think of the video, but the music, but it was really good timing with the music. And I'm feeling good, I think it is. I don't know the real title of the name, because it's like, no, I'm feeling good. And it's like, just the bump, 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 bump. Can't do it too much because I'll get tagged by YouTube. But she unplugs it, and then it's out loud, and like you can hear all the creatures rushing up to her, and that's the end of the movie. It's very good, very well done. I don't know what Rotten Tomatoes gave it, but I don't know how Long Legs got 100, but Rotten Tomatoes should have gave Quiet Place a lot more points compared to that movie. Just my thoughts. What did you think about the movie? Have you seen it? Did I miss anything important that I should have talked about? Let me know in the comments, guys. I'll see you soon. Bye!